Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Cricket Spectacle. Once again, the IPL lived up to its expectation. Over the weekend, we witnessed some good matches, a couple of fine knocks, and not to forget Ravindra Jadeja's all-round brilliance. To discuss more on this, today we have a special guest who has joined us from Sri Lanka. Please welcome Pranavesh Sivakumar, a sports journalist, a fan of Mahila Jayawardene, and someone who never fails to remind me of Sri Lanka's victory over India in the 2014 World T20 final. Pranavesh, it's good to have you.
It's very good to be here, sports journalist, and thanks particularly Sidharth, and greetings from Sri Lanka on a public holiday.
Nice, man. Nice. It's good to have you. So, okay, guys, let's just, get to the point. So, we've had a couple of breaking news that there have been quite a few cricketers, especially from Australia, Kane, Richardson, Adam Zampa, and Dutai. They have actually, left the IPL midway so as to, be with their families. And there's also this, fear of getting locked out from their own country, primarily because of the fact that, the cases are very much, on the rise in India. So, Pranavesh, I'm going to start with you, and then we'll come to Nikhil.
Sure.
So, my question to you is that, with the way things are going, the COVID situation is in India, of course. So, was it actually the right move by the BCCI to have, as many as 6 venues? Because, see, if you look at the IPL 2020, it was held in UAE and there were only 3 venues and the bio bubble was very much secured. However, this time around, there's a lot of traveling from one place to another. So, of course, there is nothing that, we can target the players with because players are very much justified in making their own choice. But what do you think, was it actually the right call by the BCCI and, how do you basically, how do you see this situation?
Yeah, to start with, BCCI had to host it in India this time, right? Because it's a tournament that has been born and bred in India, though it started in South Africa initially. But I won't blame, because at the point when they discussed and decided, right, we'll go with our own home country, I think the situation was under control, or at least manageable. Now only it has burst out and it's running rampant. I won't blame BCCI, but of course, due to the festive cultures of India, it's trying to go beyond the control.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Nikhil, what do you have to say on this?
Yeah, I mean, I think we discussed it in one of the previous episodes as well, something similar. But considering the time when we spoke about it and now, the situation is completely different.
Absolutely.
Nobody saw the outbreak. I mean, it was probably projected, and it was rightly projected as well, just that the magnitude of it was not estimated to be as much as it has been that we have seen. And again, like we said, the players are absolutely free to decide what they want to. And when BCCI probably scheduled the 6 venues, they didn't foresee what's going to happen, and they didn't imagine the condition to be this bad. And a part of it, you could blame the planning part of it. Like, obviously you have to consider all the factors. If you don't, then it's your fault. But all in all, it's that kind of situation, that it's the world is in a time where we don't know what's going to happen in a month or 2. So you can't really blame anyone and say that this was your fault in planning. Correct. Or your fault in anything. It's you have to take it on your chin and just move on now. I think someone came out, I'm not sure if it was verified, but someone said that IPL is going to go on even though the few of the players have left. And I think they are not probably the starting 11 ones or the bigger names so far. So once till that point, the point comes where Warner and Steve Smith and Maxey and those kind of names decide that they want to go back and leave. I think they'll continue. Whether it's the right decision or not, who's to say? But it's a part of it might be down to planning, but I don't see any blame being thrown out them for selecting 6 venues, because the whole world is in this situation. So can't say anything. What do you feel though? Like, are you on BCCI side, or are you on the other side on this one?
Okay, so, see, I agree with both of you. The situation is not like that, you're just going to put the blame on maybe, BCCI or someone else. Oh, look who's joined us.
Oh, is this Dan coming?
Yeah.
Is Dan joining us? Oh,
Oh my God.
that's now
What a
it's a
formal,
discussion.
what a formal walking.
Hello,
Yeah,
Dan Gardner.
Dan is here.
Hello.
You see a new face. I hope you're not freaked out.
No, I'm all good. How are you? I hope you're not freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
glad.
so Dan, we are having a discussion on the potential abunding of the IPL, something that we discussed in our WhatsApp group. So yeah,
Yeah,
before
let's do it. Let's do the IPL in Australia.
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I was making this point that see, it's not the time to blame anyone here, but at the very same time, I
I
think.
blame you. No, it's 100% your fault.
See, the situation at that time in India wasn't that bad because the cases, they were pretty much decreasing. And you can say that, BCCI was possibly justified in having 6 venues. But having said that, we weren't properly COVID free. So at that very moment, I feel that it did not make any sense to have 6 venues. I think possibly the right thing would have been to have just 2 or 3 venues like it happened last year, so that there is not a lot of movement. And at the very same time, I live in the national capital. I can see there's a lot of fear. There is, people are actually very much scared. There's a lot of panic. There are no oxygen cylinders. People are finding it difficult to get the hospital beds also. But at the very same time, yes, IPL is providing that fun factor. I can understand that. But players are bound to get feared. That is, that is going to happen because, whatever the situation is outside. So yeah, that way I feel that a little less venues would have actually helped. Players might not have, I would say, feared a lot, especially the likes of, Australians and a couple of Englishmen who have, left in between. But yeah, Dan, what's your take on this?
Well, you can't really play cricket if you're dead.
Yeah,
that's
one point.
If you're dead, cricket's really going to suck. So yeah, it's only a game. Just changing my background now. I've got to represent. So Pravesh, I just let you know, Nikhil has a thing. He has a thing, okay? And his thing is this. He hates Shikhar Dhawan. Okay.
So do I.
I wouldn't call it hate.
No, don't back down. So
At least,
hear me out. It's kind of like a Sri Lankan cricket lover hating Anajuna Ranatunga or Aravinda De Silva. Okay, so this man here, Nikhil, hates Shikhar Dhawan. He's completely jealous of his mustache. Completely.
That part is true. That part is true.
Be recording this. Don't back down. So every time we talk about Indian cricket, Shikhar Dhawan, he's shit. He's shit. It's like we can't have Shikhar Dhawan in the team, and it's like we can't do this. And it's like this bloke. I'm going to call him out right now. He lives in Melbourne. Shikhar Dhawan lives in Melbourne. I'm going to talk to Shikhar to put the Shikhar on Nikhil. There you go.
I have him as my orange cap pick for IPL this season. So I have covered my bases.
Now look at him walk this back. You see his
covered
face.
My bases.
His background. No, I've been called out.
let Pranavesh speak now. Yes, Pranavesh, what do you have to say on this? This is some serious that's going on.
I mean, I think I agree with Nikhil's background. Be on the same club for that matter, and I think Nikhil must be only disliking Shikhar Dhawan. I simply cannot stand him.
Okay. So there are two of us now. Okay, that's good.
We do have two clubs here.
And eventually his face just changed. He's like, "Oh no, I've been caught."
Tough luck for Shikhar Dhawan fans here. He doesn't have any room here. Yeah, back to you, Sidharth.
Hey, Pranavesh, your problem is you just don't like winners. You don't like winners like Shikhar. Shikhar's a winner, and he has a great mustache, and he's got a great catch. He's got a fast.
I agree with that. I agree with great mustache, good celebration. And can anyone actually argue with it that he's winning right now? Like, he's literally the leading run scorer, and his team is like, I think, are they at the top right now?
Second.
Did they?
CSK is at the
Second?
top. CSK is at the top.
CSK.
Superior net run rate. I think nobody is going to beat
Who do you think helped CSK get that net run rate? My team, these guys over here, they let Ravindra Jadeja hit 37 runs in 1 over. How? Tell me how.
Look at my team. They out of 20 overs, they had one good over. One. Oh, look at my team. They had one good over. Forget the whole tournament, but they had one over. You sound like a New Zealand supporter. Let me just say that.
Speaking of New Zealanders, though, Kane Williamson.
Hey, remember 2002 when we had that good semi-final group game and we beat Australia? You sound like Ian Smith. Poor version.
By the way, Dan, you will like this stat. Okay. Kane Williamson has played in 6 super overs so far. Yeah, guess how many has he won?
6.
0.
He's
that is a tough luck on Kiwis, boys. That is such a tough luck.
I had no idea, so I might have, I'm going to go from one extreme to another.
He's won 0 out of 6. So.
Okay.
I have already won Dan over now.
Yeah, let's just get to that.
That was me giving a peace offering to Dan. So
okay, guys. Okay, let's just get.
Okay, let's start, Sid.
Cricket discussion now. Pranavesh,
sorry, just quick one. Pranavesh, what's your background, mate? Who you write for?
I thought of going with my home background because Daniel has my favorite franchise, so Dan has done a needful for me. Needful and helpful.
No, I meant you're writing for Cricket Buzz.
I can't be bothered having virtual backgrounds. So yeah.
No. Who do you write for? Like who do you follow?
Oh, in IPL. For now, generally it's MI because my favorite team, but I don't mind going with Chennai too.
Okay.
And I cannot stand Nikhil's background. Sorry, Nikhil.
IPL might be pulled, but the other thing that we should talk about today is South Africa. They might lose international cricket status, and they're not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And they're not going to be at the next T20 World Cup in India.
Yeah, definitely. I think there are in a lot of crises. Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's talk about that too.
Yeah,
I think they'll figure it out, though. I mean, you can't have a World Cup without South Africa, can you? At such a late notice, I think they'll just work around something.
The workaround is
too much.
No, that's all right. I got to work around. I'll share in the broadcast. Hey, Nikhil, you haven't got a Shikatash yet, and I'm working on getting Shikadawan.
I'm working on it.
I'm going to get
let's just get to the IPL discussion a bit now, and then we can talk about South Africa and other things in the part 2. Okay, Pranavesh, I'm going to come straight to you. We'll just keep it short and crisp. So I'm just going to start with the SRH Delhi Capitals game. So what do you think, what changes do SRH actually need to make in their order to bring their campaign back on track? I think there is, for me, I would say, there's possibly no support for the 4 overseas players that they have. And at the very same time, I think the Indian contingent, for me, I think needs to click. And that is where I think someone like probably Riddhiman Shah needs to come up the order with David Warner or either Johnny Bairstow. And possibly Warner can shift down the order. Even Johnny Bairstow can do that. So what do you think, what are your thoughts on this? And then we'll come to Nikhil and Dan.
Yeah, so my answer is going to be fairly in a nutshell, but yeah, they have got a good or a great foreign contingency, right? Kane Williamson, then Jason Holder. Mind you, Jason Holder is such an all-round package. I don't know what they're doing with it. And of course, Natarajan's exit was very unforeseen, but I don't know whether can they afford to give a few more games time and then see, because sometimes it clicks, sometimes T20 cricket does not click, right? So maybe a few more games and then see how it goes. I mean, I would still stick with my current existing 11 without trying to make drastic changes, because see, David Warner, if he gets going, he's going to be one destructive batsman, right? Yeah. So I would still stick with my foreign contingency. Yeah, Sidharth?
Yeah, that's right. Nikhil, what do you think of this?
Yeah, they just don't have a middle order, that's all, right? Like Hyderabad, you go at the top, Kane Williamson, Warner, Bairstow, those are your best 3 batsmen, and they'll more often than not click. Either one of them will click. Like yesterday, Kane Williamson managed to get like 50 or 60 or not 60 or 65 or something, right? So he could do it, but he had no support at the other end. And that's going to happen, right? Like you can't just say, I need Warner to score a 50 every match. You can't have Bairstow score a 60 odd as well. So when Kane Williamson is trying to chase the game all by himself for like 13, 14 overs, and you don't have any support, you're going to lose more matches than you're going to win it anyway. And it's just a very sad situation for them that they don't have a middle order, and then they decided to bench Manish Pandey after that. A decision which I'll probably never understand. Why would they do it? Because David
does not understand this.
He said it as well. And he said it as well that it was a very hard decision on Manish Pandey, because the thing is, you should be giving chances to youngsters, which is a good shout to like give a chance to youngsters, right? But you have to balance it out with experience as well. Like if Manish Pandey and Kane Williamson are at the crease, obviously they're not going to be like an Andre Russell and score like 13 ball 35, but they'll take you over the line more times than not. So if you can balance the experience of Kane Williamson, and see, look, David Warner is probably one of the best, if not the best T20 batsman in that team. Bairstow probably on form, but if you help Warner with Kane Williamson, Bairstow, and a couple of Indian players, he will win you matches, right? He's a good captain. He's a great batsman. He'll win you matches. But if you take out his best players out, like Manish Pandey, and Kane Williamson was injured, now he's back. But if you don't let him win you matches, then you can't do anything. It's just a matter of not having that resource to him. So I still believe that Warner is going to take them to a playoff spot. It'll take a bit of time, but once he clicks, you probably even won't need whoever is in the middle order. Warner will finish the games by himself. So,
and do you think SRH have that much of a time?
I mean, what other option do they have now? So,
I want Dan's thoughts on this.
Mate, I mean, you mentioned Johnny Bairstow, you put him in the same bracket as David Warner in IPL. Like, Nikhil, what are you doing?
He's in form. He is in form. I mean, he's not probably Warner's level, obviously. Warner is like
let's just leave that perfect. He is not at Warner's level. Kane Williamson, again, not at Warner's level. I mean, Warner will win you games. Will Bairstow do it? No, unless you're sort of batting with Jason Roy and someone else is doing the heavy lifting. I mean, and it was a mistake to drop that youngster. It just simply wasn't good enough. And you look at the cricketing brains there in that franchise. Laxman, Moody, Haddon, Murali. I mean, it was a shit call. Let's just put it down at that. It was a shit call, and it just didn't come good. And I mean, Warner, in the past, he's shown that he's a terrific sort of tactical captain in an IPL, and I mean that's not to be overlooked. I mean, Bairstow, what's he done? Nothing. He's luggage. He's rubbish. He's being carried by other people. Williamson, again, a couple of good games, but he's on the comeback from an elbow industry. Will he win you games in this IPL? I think the jury's sort of still out on that one. And I mean, the people that have won you games so far have been your Judge Ravi, 37 runs in an over, great knock. Pat Cummins, 30 runs in an over, another good knock. I mean, they're the guys that are going to win you games. It's that late order explosive hitting, and Williamson doesn't have it. Bairstow, it's debatable whether or not he can do it in the IPL. He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't stepped up. Warner, he's class above time and time again. But, there's still a long way to go in the tournament, and we'll see how we go.
I'm just waiting for Johnny Bairstow to score 3 centuries in the Ashes, and then I'm going to look at Dan's reaction.
Hey, still.
Take that, Dan.
How did Johnny Bester go in the last Ashes or the Ashes before that in Australia? You know, that's you sound like an English cricket selector.
He was one of the, I think, only 2 centurions to score 100, apart from, I think, David Malan. Both of them scored 100 at Perth. Yeah, but although England lost 4-0, so yeah, nothing, no regrets.
That's all that
4-0
matters.
before that, 5-0 before that. I mean, when was the last time England actually won a Test series in Australia? Let alone the Test.
2010-11. 2010-11.
2010, so more than 10 years ago. Yeah. How old were we then?
I was, I think, around 18 years old, 18, 19. Yeah.
Yeah. 18, 19, and you still had the same beard. Same amount of facial hair.
Okay, let's just move on. Pranavesh.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Or in fact, I'll start with Nikhil on this because he has a similar background. Nikhil, so I think let's just talk about that RCB CSK game. Of course, I would say I think it should be fair to say that the 37-run over did turn around things for CSK. However, there are a couple of things that were going through my mind, as in when I was watching the match. What do you think, RCB, they were very much thin in the batting department because, I figured out that they were playing with only 2 specialist batsmen, 1 wicketkeeper batsman, ABD. Then you had 4 all-rounders and then you had 4 genuine bowlers. So, and also, would you take it as just a one-off poor show, or are there some concerns? Or I would say, do RCB run the risk of losing their momentum like it happened last season?
Probably not. I mean, it was a very bad performance in terms of the key moments, right? Like if you take out those 37 runs, then you are chasing like what 150, 160 or something. 160 is not a huge target, right? Then you can just bat your way through, pace your innings. But 190, you need to go off the bat, bang, 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 and keep going at it. And that was not a pitch where you could just keep going. And all you have to respect the bowling attack as well. When you have the likes of Jadeja, you have Imran Tahir, and those are experienced bowlers. They are not just bowlers who are just debuting or something. They have been there for a long time, right? So those you can't actually do just like justify anything apart from the big moments which RCB lost. And if they won those, probably we would not be sitting here and discussing it. So I don't think it's a huge issue. It will probably settle down and they'll win most and they'll make it to the playoffs, but after that I don't know how it will go. But if you need to get, like Kohli said, get it out of the system early in the tournament and hope that it doesn't come back. That's what I'm hoping, that it's out of the system, not coming back, not losing any other match till the finals. Not even the finals, hopefully. So
Pranavesh, your thoughts?
Yes, so in the best interest of time, I think recently I read this report where the RCB does have a bowling woes. Their bowling is not fixed, right? As you rightly said, they have ABD, they have VK, and there are a few other players, but their bowling is not good enough. I don't agree with their bowling, and that's one clear example that they were exposed, and it was a pure carnage yesterday, right? 37 runs. So VK needs to get down to business, buckle up, and fix this bowling.
Yeah, that's right. Dan, your thoughts?
No, I completely agree. And, it'll be interesting to see how they sort of bounce back from this. It comes down to sort of striking the right balance in the team. But again, it's a long tournament to go and anything can happen from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, guys, just one final question before we wrap up. Nikhil, your bold prediction for this week?
Bold prediction for this week?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to predict that the IPL is going to get suspended by the end of the week, if that's bold enough, because there will be players and see, it's going to happen. Eventually it's going to happen, and be whatever the reason be, I am going with that. By the end of the week, we'll probably not have IPL. So that's my bold prediction, if that's good enough.
Pranavesh?
My bold prediction, what would it be? IPL will get extended. Let me go with that. I mean, Nikhil said
it will not get cancelled.
Yeah, it will not get cancelled. Yeah. Dan.
You cannot get afforded to get cancelled, but yeah, to get extended because there could be breaks in between. Yeah, doesn't sound bold, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Dan.
bold prediction: Chris Lynn to score a century this week.
Oh my God, this is brilliant.
Okay, that's a good one.
Kennedy, it's time for him to step up, open the batting, put that shoulder to the test, right shoulder, left shoulder, both knees. He'll come together. He's been surfing this week, looked good on the beach. I'm going to say he's going to score a century. That's my bold prediction.
He got a 50 in the first time, match, right?
49.
49. Okay, not bad, but still, he'll just double that. So, yeah, can be first game 50, second game 100. That's how it goes with Lynn as well. So, yeah, that's actually a good shot, though. Yeah.
All right, my bold prediction, I would have 2 here. So I expect RCB to return at the top of the table. Nikhil, you can be happy on this. And
that's never a good thing. When others say it, right? That's never a good thing. When we say it, that's fine. When others say it, we get scared. So.
And I expect SRH to return to winning ways.
All right. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah,
we'll see about that.
We'll see about that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So, all right. Pranavesh, just so you know, I mean, if you get your prediction wrong, you got to shave your head. Nikhil's done it. Sid's done it. I've done it repeatedly. So if you get a prediction wrong this week, you got to shave your head. Okay.
Yeah.
To give you a Sri Lankan answer, I would say I would like to join the ball hitter club, but at the same time, hope for the best, Dan.
Look, mate, you're in the club, and I before I started with these guys, I had the beard, I had like hair out to here, but
you paid for your predictions, huh? You paid the price for your predictions, huh?
Yeah, it's about keeping the faith, son. That's just what you've got to do. You've got to keep the faith. Unlike Nikhil here, who'll back down from, not supporting Shikadawan. And I hope Shika and her family are watching this, and Nikhil lives in Melbourne. And, anytime they want to turn up and discuss his lack of support for the team, we know where he lives.
I'm pretty clear on it. For India, he will not. For IPL, he'll win the orange cap. So I'm covering all my bases. So I'm covered on that. I'm just going to show him the orange cap prediction.
Oh, mate, what would Virat say? Like, look, he's looking down on you right now.
He's not.
He'd be disappointed. Glenn, Big Show, he's disappointed. Look at all
Kohli will probably not win it. He'll be fine. I'll explain to him. I'll support Kohli in the Indian team and not in the IPL. I'll just do that. I'll just balance out both the things. So let's go with that.
Just remember, let's play that line back and forth. Oh, Kohli will not win it. Kohli will not win it.
I'm going to make a separate package of it and play it everywhere. Don't worry. I'll do anything for you.
You're as soft as a pillow. Soft. Back your team. Back your team.
No. I'm backing my team. I'm saying Kohli will not win the orange cap. That's all. So
that's a curse,
because
man.
Shikhar Dhawan is supposed to. Shikhar Dhawan is supposed to win it.
Let just break off the pool.
Let Pranavesh get into the discussion. Yes. What were you
saying? Your banter's welcome here, mate.
Yeah. I mean, wait, I forgot what I want to say. No, I mean, let at the cost of week, let Shikhar Dhawan become the lead, the orange cap, right? Let it be not a commentator's curse, but change the sports journalist's curse.
No cursing Shikhar Dhawan. He's my man for orange cap. You can curse him for the Indian cricket spot, Indian team spot. That's fine. I'm not for that. I'm only for the IPL with him. So.
Fair enough.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. All right. So thank you for joining us. And that's all we have from part 1. See you on the other side with part 2. Cheers.
Excellent. Cheers.